What is up, Dallas Cowboys fans? Welcome into the Fish Report YouTube channel. I am IndyCar Tim. I am back. Sorry, it's been a while since I've been here. I had some stuff going on over at the other channel with the podcast business and all of these now at the end of the NFL year. Just a ton of things I'm trying to get out content-wise for Washington, for Houston, for Atlanta, now for the Cowboys, of course. Make sure you check out some of our other content over the DSP Media Podcast Network YouTube channel for a lot of college stuff, some fantasy stuff. Lots of good content over there. But anyway, let's talk some Cowboys today here on the Fish Report YouTube channel. Thanks for subscribing. Thanks for liking the videos. And thanks for corresponding with me here over here on the Fish YouTube channel. But wanted to talk a little bit about, it's going to be a little touchy subject for you guys as it's still kind of soon after the game. Cowboys and 49ers, of course, is the topic. And a lot of people are blaming the refs. The Cowboys, immediately after the game, blamed the refs for this, for the loss. Said that they got screwed a couple of times, maybe more than a couple of times. But let's talk about them just a little bit. And first, if you guys think that that there's more than the normal amount of penalties being called this year, well, you're right. But it's not as high as it has been. So during the regular season, penalties were up to almost 14 per game. 13.88 was the average during the regular season. It's higher than the 2020 season when it was 13.14, but still way below 2019 when it was almost 17 per game and 2018 when it was almost 16 per game. So Are the referees interfering with the games? Well, no. We know that the referees have different things they're paying attention to every season. They have emphasis put on things to watch out for. But I wanted to talk specifically about the Cowboys, the two issues that the Cowboys had with the last play of the game, of course, and then the play right after the fake punt. That it appeared that the referees got in the mix, that they affected the outcome of each play. But let's talk about the last play of the game here, as, of course, we know the clock ran out as the Cowboys were trying to snap the ball on the 49ers' 24-yard line on what would have been the last play of the game. Of course, referee Alex Kemp declared the game was over after the referees consulted on the field. And all that we saw as fans was that the snap was delayed because Ramon George, the umpire, needed to adjust the spot of the ball. It looked like he got in the way of the club, of the offense, trying to go and snap the ball so Dak could spike it so they would get another playoff. You know, and again, it's a long shot. You're at the 24. You got one play to score a touchdown. Now, it's not out of the question, but it's a long shot. So looking at it, and now that I've had time to look at it and do a little bit of research, the referee and the umpires did their jobs flawlessly. This was not on the umpire. It was not on the referee. It was not on the officiating crew. They did their job perfect. With 14 seconds, we know that Prescott ran that designed quarterback draw for 17 yards. It was a great play. I don't know why they didn't use it earlier in the game. They probably could have used it. So usually when the clock is running down like that, the players are instructed to hand the ball to an official so that he can officially spot the ball. Because by rule, there can't be another snap until an official, usually the umpire, that's his job, has marked the ball. And you'll see, in any other situation, there's not going to be a snap of the ball. Another play will not be run until an official has officially spotted the ball. But what did Dak do? Dak ran up. He immediately gave the ball to the center, Tyler BULLSH, who put the ball on the ground around the 24-yard line. He stood over it and waited. He just stood there waiting for the rest of the offense to run up to the line so they could run the play, spike the ball. Well, the problem is, again, the umpire, Ramon George, has to spot the ball for it to be official. And by the way, where BULLSH had the ball was not the official spot. He had it about half a yard, 3/4 of a yard too far forward. So Ramon George now, all the other players are waiting for the other players to catch up so that they can snap the ball. Now Ramon George has to fight through those players to get to the ball so that he can officially move it and put it where it's supposed to be because BULLSH had misplaced it. And again, because that's what has to happen before every play. So by the time Ramon George had pushed his way through the line, through all of the players, spotted the ball where it was supposed to be, again, about a half yard behind where BULLSH had it. By the time the snap came, it was too late, and the game was over. That was not on the officials. That was on the players. That was on Dak. That was on BULLSH. It was just a bad play call. It was a bad concept. Dak was probably supposed to go about 10 yards and then fall down rather than running farther. I don't know specifically because I was not involved in the play design or the play call, but I would imagine he probably wasn't supposed to run that far before he downed it so that everybody could catch up. And had he gone only 10 yards, had he gone 12 yards, 13 yards, I think your chances are about the same, right? As from the 24, as they would be from the 27, from the 28. But, of course, we saw time run out. The other big play that we saw was the right after the fake punt, the delay of game. With 13:26 in the fourth quarter, the Cowboys attempted, whoops, that's the wrong one. Oh, that was it. The Cowboys tried to rush the line with their punt team after they converted a fake punt. So what they're trying to do, obviously we've seen it in NFL games before, is you're trying to draw a timeout from the defense because they're confused. You don't have your offense out there. So they don't know what you're going to do. So they're going to burn a timeout so that they can get the personnel in there that they need. It's a great attempt. It was a weird situation to do it, I think. But, of course, they left their punt team out there after converting the fake punt for the first down. 17 seconds left on the game clock. They then changed their mind and decided to send their offense onto the field to run a play, to run that first down play. Again, umpire Ramon George comes into play here. He stood near the center, preventing the snap. And it looked like he was just holding up the play. Like, nope, you guys can't snap it. Sorry. I got money on this game. I'm going to make y'all lose. That's ridiculous. Of course, that's not what happened. Again, it comes into NFL rules. Because in this situation, the officials, when an offense changes personnel on the field, the officials always allow time for the defense to match the personnel. The amount of time is up to the officials. So the rule reads like this, and I quote, "If a substitution is made by the offense shall not be permitted to snap the ball until the defense has been permitted to respond with its substitutions," end quote. So it was up to Alex Kemp, the referee, to decide how long to give the 49ers to substitute. Now, you could argue, do they need 15 seconds to substitute? Maybe, maybe not. But again, that is entirely up to the referee. And the blame here goes to the Cowboys again, not the referees. For, again, I think it was a valid attempt, but I think it just completely 100% backfired on them, and it was not to be. So, again, you've got these two plays here that everybody thought that the officials were in the way, that the officials, that they had an effect on the outcome of each play. Again, that's not the case at all. And what I would offer to you, boys and girls, maybe instead of focusing on the officials and how they may or may not have interfered with those two plays that, oh, they cost the Cowboys the game. How about we forget about that last play and we forget about the fake punt, the play after the fake punt. Let's talk about the Cowboys giving up 169 yards rushing, giving up 5 sacks, completing less than 60% of their passes, running for only 77 yards, and committing 14 penalties. I think that's where we need to focus on and where the Cowboys need to focus on instead of the last 14 seconds of the game. Anyway, I'm IndyCar Tim. Hope that makes your day better. I doubt it did. Hope it makes your day better. Appreciate you tuning in here to the Fish Report YouTube channel. We'll do it again probably a little bit later today. May have some ham for lunch for you a little bit later. But until next time, we'll see you.